I said earlier in the show that I was trying to get this in my show yesterday, and they couldn't do it for whatever reason. We couldn't get the inventory to cross over into our hour, because I think this is the best deal that you can get on a small, basically a small portable computer anywhere. We know we offer a lot of different tablets. We offer a lot of like compact personal computers. This is the best of all worlds. But what this has that others don't have is what I call the perfect combination. First of all, we're talking about RCA, great company, right? We are talking about Intel. You've all heard of that company as well. And we're talking about Windows 10. So we've got three incredible building blocks to a great computing experience, but it gets even better. This actually has a non-expiring version of Microsoft Office. Unexpiring, I mean, it lasts forever, built into this as well. So what does that mean? Rather than just be your little play computer, you can be productive, you can do stuff on it. So it's the ideal work computer, and it's the ideal play computer. Totally portable, it only weighs 2 pounds, got a real long battery life, detachable keyboard, so you can still do all the things that you wanna do, and I'll show you that right now. Whoop, see? So now we have a tablet that we can take anywhere. Fits right in your hand, right? Nice 10-inch screen, 10.1-inch screen. And then when we want to attach it to the keyboard, all we do is we pop it on. Do it this way so I can see it. There it is. And now my keyboard is popped on, and that's it. Whole thing folds up, only weighs, as I said, a couple of pounds. You can put this in a briefcase, in a backpack. It is totally portable. My good friend Joe Harrison
Good morning, guys.
is here. I told you yesterday I was trying to get this into the show, remember?
So popular this weekend.
Listen, this has specs that you would see in a full-out personal computer that's $500 or $600.
Oh, absolutely.
I believe it has QuadCore.
It does.
I believe it has an IPS screen.
It does.
I mean, it's got everything, Joe.
It has everything you need, and it's not like when you get a tablet, the most popular tablet is a tiny little 7-inch screen.
That's like a phone screen.
It is. It's so itty bitty. This is literally like 3 times the size when you see the difference that you're getting with tablets. And like Guy mentioned, this is high definition, but it's also IPS, which makes everything just pop up off the screen. But it's also your full-blown version of Windows. You're gonna love this because every other tablet that's out there, there's a learning curve. You're like, what's this button do? What's that icon do? This is just like any other computer. So if you've used a computer before, you're gonna be familiar with it. So not only do you have instant access to your internet, to your email, but like Guy mentioned, these 3 icons right here are the ones you're gonna love. Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, already pre-installed. You're not paying for it at all. That's already built inside.
How much does that cost at a regular computer like?
No, it's $70 a year, an annual subscription that you have to pay year after year.
So that's not forever, that's once a year you gotta pay.
Once a year.
So you'll have this for the life of this.
As long as you're using this device, you got it. Plus, a lot of times it's an abbreviated version where you don't get the full function of Windows 10. This has Cortana built in, this has your start menu, this is everything you need. I mean, right now I'm holding it as a tablet, but when you want to use it as a computer, you take the keyboard that comes with it. You don't have to match anything up, no Bluetooth, no syncing, no plugging cables in. Just plug in those 2 magnets right there, just drop it in its case, and it's ready to be used again as a full functioning computer. And when you fold it up, this is all there is to your brand new quad-core computer. It's only just about 2 pounds. That's awesome. The thinness of it. Yeah. Plus, you can also expand. There's expansion slots on there. There's full-size USB, set up just like a full-size computer would be. But they also have, unlike a typical computer that has a 2-hour battery, this has up to a 6-hour battery. So extremely impressive specs to use this really for portability and use it for a lot of fun.
And that's what makes it great for travel. So if you're going on a plane trip, even if you're going over to Europe, you get 6 hours of battery life. You don't have to worry about plugging this into anything. We have chargers and stuff if you want to do that, but to have that 6-hour battery life is really great. I have a computer that doesn't even have all the specs this has, and it's a great computer. It cost me $1,200 when I bought it, and it has a 2-hour battery life. and it's not a big computer. It's only 11.5-inch screen, so it gives you an idea of the specs that you're getting. They're half gone, so I'm glad I got you when I did, Joe, because I know you were going to try to sell these out without me, but I was able to get them in the show today. I think Bobby Ray had it yesterday, and it did extremely well. And I think for a lot of people, Joe, that maybe don't want to buy a brand new computer. Maybe you're a senior out there, and you're like, I'm not going to buy a $500 computer. I don't need that much. But you still want to be able to do a lot of stuff, and you want to be able to take it with you. You want to be able to shop and do your gaming online. You want to have fun. You want to be able to plan trips and vacations. You want to be able to look things up. You want to be able to compose documents. You want to be able to utilize the Microsoft Office part of it. Maybe you're running a business, or maybe you're just trying to take care of whatever it is you need to take care of. What's nice is you have that all under one roof. And an IPS screen, that means in-plane switching. Joe will explain that later, but it's a really good screen, the best one. The best computers have it. You've got memory already built into this, But Joe had mentioned you have expandable memory. So if you're one of those people that has a bazillion pictures or you know, movies or whatever it is, you got lots of room to be able to take care of that. And is this dual core or quad core?
This is quad core, meaning you have 4 cores, 4 engines. Most tablets only have 2. Those are basically the brains or the engines to your PC. And the great thing about having this is that, you know, when you want to do things with it, you don't want to have to wait for your tablet. Here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things up and running on my tablet, and with quad core, it makes it so smooth, makes it so fast to respond. Now, how many times are you going to go on vacation, maybe this summer, or you've got a stack of photos, you're not quite sure what to do with them? Well, I love taking them and turning them into amazing picture collages. So this is just one of the programs I downloaded for free from the Windows Store. Now I can reshape these. I can move this one over there. I can put that one there, turn it sideways if I want to. I can add different borders, or if I want, I can come over here and tap the different grids, and because it's that quad-core processor, it instantly switches and automatically adjusts everything for me. So now I can turn this into a Facebook post, to a Twitter post, really customizing that experience, and now you've got that forever. But the other thing is, as I back out of this, maybe the internet is slow for you. This one has one of the fastest Wi-Fi experiences that we've had. And notice just how vibrant everything pops up off the screen. As soon as you pinch and zoom, there's no resetting, there's no hesitation. It instantly reacts for you because you've got that strong processor. And then when I go back to my home page, this is the setup of your Windows 10. This is why you're going to love this. Because over here on the left side, this is every program I've ever downloaded. And with 32 gigabytes worth of space, I could store truly hundreds of apps. Over here on the right side, these are all my favorites, all my go-tos. It's things like, there's my email, there's my Excel, there's my Word. If I want to bring up Microsoft Word, I'm not paying extra for it. I've already got it installed right here. And you can see how fast it's moving from program to program. There's no hourglass, there's no hesitation. It's creating my documents, and I still have all my other things running at the same time. So there's my full-size Word document. I'm not paying a yearly fee for this. I have access to Microsoft Word. It's incredible. And then you also have PowerPoint. There's Excel on there too. And there's also this other thing I love. It's the Windows Store. So if you want to download apps, you're wondering, where did you get all this extra stuff from? Well, in the Windows Store, because this is Windows certified, there are a lot of Windows computers that don't have access to the Windows Store. This one does, because it has incredible specs. But now I can actually store up to, or download up to 700,000 apps and games and movies and books right here at your fingertips. So you can really customize that experience. So maybe you've used a tablet in the past that was a tiny little 7-inch tablet, and you've tried watching a Netflix movie on it. Well, now you can do it on a big 10.1-inch high-definition screen. Do you want to download Instagram? There's Facebook, there's iTunes, there's all these different programs that are available to really customize that experience for you. And that's what this computer's all about. It's about making it fun for you when you want to use it. Right now, I've got it set up as a computer. And half the time, that's probably what you need. And when you think, oh, I got to go out and buy a computer, I want to have one that's easy to type on, and that's what this one is. A lot of times when you get a keyboard case that comes with it, it's flimsy, there's no resistance to it, it's not a great way to type. Well, now, this is actually made out of reinforced plastic, so it's designed not only to protect the screen, but also make it easier to type. And when you measure from the Q all the way over to the bracket, the spacing is identical to a full-size laptop or a full-size desktop, so now it's easier to type. Down below, you even have a mouse trackpad down there, a really large one, to be able to use it like a traditional computer would. And as I'm using it as a computer, and then maybe I want to watch a movie, I want to separate it, I just separate those magnets like that. And I went from computer to tablet mode. The computer doesn't stop at all, it still keeps functioning. And as I'm watching my movie, a lot of times that just drains the battery. Oops, let me get rid of this notification for a second. A lot of times when you watch a movie, that just drains the battery, and the problem with it, you might get through 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours of the movie. This is up to 6 hours on the battery life. And like Guy mentioned, there's 32 gigabytes worth of storage on here. If I'm downloading movies, I can store almost 4 hours worth of high definition video. But the thing about RCA is we know you're going to grow with it. So on the side here, if you want to add more memory space,
look at all those ports. There's
a memory card expander right there, Guy. We can expand that memory. There's a micro HDMI port that's on there. There's a micro USB port that's on there too. There's a full-size USB port that's on the bottom. So if you want to plug something in, like maybe you want to plug plug in your Viper antivirus or you plug in a mouse, no problem. Full-size USB port is so crucial.
Awesome.
But having that expandable memory you're gonna love, because on the inside, with that 32 gigabytes worth of storage, that's a lot of room for you. You never know what you're gonna get into, but 32 gigs can store
Probably more than you'll need, but,
absolutely,
but it's nice to
10,000
know.
photos.
Yeah, if you want more, right, Joe? It's there. You can add it.
You can add up to 128 gigs worth of storage, so four times the amount. So then you can also add up to over 7,000 of your favorite songs. What my mom does is, my mom has digital cameras, but she never goes out and she never buys, or she never deletes the photos off the memory card.
Yeah.
So she just has stacks and stacks of memory cards. You can add them in here and add your photos as you need to. It really creates that exceptional experience. But the other thing too is when you want to be productive with it, so I've been using it as a tablet, when I want to turn into a computer again, I just take that case, I match up the magnets, and now I'm using it as a full functioning computer once again.
It's a quad-core computer with an IPS screen with unexpiring Microsoft Office.
That's fantastic.
It's called Mobile Office, and it's a unique type that's made for a smaller computer.
Right.
Because as Joe said, you know, you don't want the full-size Office. It won't fit.
Right. It's
properly.
too many icons.
Too many things.
It fills up half the screen.
So this concentrates it so it fits on your tablet. So it's custom made for that. It's just a great deal. Today, if you buy it, it's $30 off. We have it in FlexPay. It's only $27.99 to get it home. Word, PowerPoint, Excel. All that stuff is included in that. So if you are using this as your kind of bridge between work and home, what I'm saying is, like, you don't want to bring your full-out computer, you know, your work computer on a business trip. It's just too much. It's heavy. It's bulky. You got to go through that whole bunch of garbage at the airport. Then get this one. As I said, a 10-inch screen is perfect. It's great for streaming. It's great for watching movies, even composing documents. I mean, if you're going to be doing work on the plane or whatever, it's nice to know that you have Microsoft Office, and you don't have to renew that. You know, you go out and buy Office, 70 or 80 bucks every year. You have to pay that in order to get that. We're including that. So think about it. If you take that away from the cost, it's like $60 or $70
right.
for a quad-core computer with a keyboard that you can use or you don't have to use. It's a great deal. I'm looking at the screen and I'm seeing I now have less than 1,900.
Oh my gosh.
With everybody online. A lot have gone out. We've gone through almost 2,300 units have already been spoken for in just a couple of shows with Joe. And I know we've shown you lots of different tablets. Remember, the difference with this one and the difference with all tablets, you basically get what you pay for. So if you see a tablet for $69, it's not going to have any of this. It probably won't have an IPS screen.
You're right.
It might be just 16 gigs. You might not be able to expand it at all. And you can go buy really fancy tablets that don't have expandable memory.
You're exactly right.
It's like the phone. You got to buy the more memory
Just
you get.
keep buying another one over and over. This one even has a high definition video card. So if your kids are gamers, if you're a gamer, if you're watching Netflix movies and it doesn't make it through the movie the entire time, starts buffering, it's because you have a poor quality video card. This is absolutely one of the best because, like Guy mentioned, it's Intel on the inside. That's the processor that's really taking this whole experience to another level. It's what helps you whether you're watching a movie or just flipping from photo to photo. You don't want any delay. You don't want any hourglass. You want that quick response. And when you see how vibrant everything is, most tablets, you have to be right in the middle for this picture to look this good. What happens is you come at any type of angle whatsoever, it gets really dark, it's really gray. Watch as I twist and turn this thing. The only thing you're gonna see is reflection from the studio lights. It is absolutely stunning from multiple angles. And as I get rid of this, I'm gonna bring up this. It's that special bonus that you're gonna get today. This is a full-blown version of Windows 10. There are a lot of Windows tablets that are out there where it's an abbreviated version, you lose a lot of the functionality. Here, not only do I have my full Rolodex of programs, not only do I get my bonus of Microsoft Word, Excel, and also I've got PowerPoint coming with it too, but also on the bottom, there is a voice assistant. This is the first thing a lot of companies will get rid of. It's called Cortana. And the thing about Cortana is she can answer any question for you, whether it's setting an alarm, finding a restaurant, finding out jokes. She can answer you out. It's just as simple as tapping a microphone. What's the weather today? She's gonna know exactly where I'm located. She tells me, all right, forecast of what it's gonna be like for the next week. Pretty easy to know. Plus she also gives me a slide rule that goes across so I can tell what the forecast is for the next couple of days. But this is what she can do that no other voice assistant can. Watch this. Find my cruise pictures. She can actually go in, find all my photos. Keep in mind, I have over 7,000 photos I can store. She found all my pictures associated with a cruise and popped them up right there, really making your life simple by trying to find all those documents. Plus, she can also help you out with programs if you're not sure what to do. Open camera. you're not sure where you stored that program, where it's on your hard drive, what file do you need to use, you can ask her and she can help you out. Now, I can take a picture with 2 of the high definition cameras. There's a camera that's on the front, let me turn it around, and there's a high definition camera that's on the back side as well.
There it is, now I can do it, right?
I got my hand.
Here's my hand.
Like take a quick
nice
little
picture.
snapshot.
Joe's my
of it.
friend, yes.
And then you've got it right there. And now you're enjoying all those photos on your high definition IPS screen. So it's nice to have that voice assistant because as we're learning, we're not quite sure what to use. Cortana, you ask her a question, she can walk you through all those steps.
You got Wi-Fi, wireless Bluetooth, you got everything you could possibly want in
Absolutely.
this. So all this, what this is basically, if you took one of the best desktops out there, or a big old computer out there, and you just shrunk it down to 10 inches, and you're charging a fraction of the price at $139, because as I said, I can't bring a computer this big on a train, on a plane, wherever, on my car. I don't do that. I want to take something that's portable, something that still gives me all the great features of my full-size computer, but does it in a way that I can fold it up. It only weighs a couple of pounds, not a 3-hour, not a 4-hour, not even a 5-hour. It has a 6-hour battery life, so you don't even have to worry about recharging this thing. It's going to stay charged wherever you go. You've got the detachable keyboard. Let me pull that off. So now